Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mac Jones and the New England Patriots taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season, obviously.
Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Mac Jones and the New England Patriots taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his second in Tampa Bay.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with a Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, the most since his record-shattering 50-touchdown season of 2007 in New England. He did have minor knee surgery in the offseason, but he said he's sticking with his plan to play beyond the age of 45, which is still 2 years from now. Look out, NFL. Tom Brady still wants to win.
The end result, 21 yards.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. To throw is Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried, few have succeeded. But what do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get out to the perimeter and hurt you. He likes to step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Brady's pass there, complete to Gronkowski.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd down. It's Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Giovanni Bernard. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing Jones. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now, let's go to that play.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones, open man is Kendrick Bourne. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now Jones.
He'll drop it underneath to White.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England.
Back deep, Antonio Brown. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On first down, Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Here's Brady. This will be caught by Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, it's White. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Parkey is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a throw here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out come the Patriots. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
Second down and 3.
On the handoff, this is White. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run with White. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They go with White on the counter. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Jones from the gun on third down. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Looking to throw. Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll look to throw again.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Evans has it left side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Brady now on first down. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a good catch there for a first down by
The
Antonio
NFL Madden
Brown.
League Season 202021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Brew Vein 2021.
Favorite of Tom Brady, who recruited him originally to New England and most recently to Tampa.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady to throw again.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And J.C. Jackson is a name that more and more NFL fans are able to identify. And last year, a terrific year to be a corner in the AFC East. Xavier Howard of Miami led the NFL with 10 picks. But J.C. Jackson of the Pats, he finished second with 9, and he just gets another one.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Mixon, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the AFC West. The Raiders and Chargers live from SoFi Stadium. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Taking it about the 1.
The NFL Madden League Season 202021 Week 4 matchup will be coming up next. Cleveland Browns 2-1, Minnesota Vikings 2-1.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Opting to run again here with White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
202021 Week 4 matchup will be coming up next. Baltimore Ravens 2-1, Denver Broncos 2-1.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On a handoff, it's White. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he will have a Patriots 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction, and was able to track the ball in another.
First down, here's White. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Now a 2nd down and 6. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to
NFL
him
Week Season 202021 Week 4 matchup will be coming up next. Houston Texans 2-1, Buffalo Bills 2-1.
They'll run on 1st down. White. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is born. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the
Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring
The
the
NFL
diamond into the
Madden
game.
Week Season 202021 Week 4 matchup will be coming up next. Kansas City Chiefs 2-1, Philadelphia Eagles 3-0.
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Parkey with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing now is Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. Brady on target to Gronk. 1st down Buccaneers.
Brady now to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Matt Judon, his second sack of the night.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Well, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Brady going to throw. That's caught by Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that one, that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs and team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
So here's Brady and the Bucs.
Down by 10, 2:18 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a give to White. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
74 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Patriots, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.